Imagine your users landing on your app and experiencing instant, buttery smooth interactions. No lag, no loading spinners that overstay their welcome, and no sluggish navigation across massive datasets or complex dashboards. In today's world of sprawling front-end code bases and ever-increasing user expectations, performance bottlenecks can make or break the success of your product. Slow component rendering and oversized JavaScript bundles not only frustrate users, but can also drag down conversion rates, engagement, and even your competitive edge. With React 19, you now have the power to tackle these challenges head-on without reaching for third-party libraries or adding layers of technical debt. In this practical guide, you'll discover exactly how to harness the latest advancements built directly into React, so you can optimize component rendering/bundle size and deliver high-performance experiences at scale. You'll master out-of-the-box features like the React compiler for automatic memoization, React server components for efficient server-driven rendering, and advanced suspense patterns that make code splitting and data loading seamless. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to instantly identify and eliminate unnecessary component re-renders, strategically offload expensive logic and dependencies to the server, implement modern suspense boundaries for progressive loading and code splitting, reduce your JavaScript payload and speed up time to interactive, all without the overhead of external optimization tools. These skills don't just make your apps faster, they make your codebase cleaner, easier to maintain, and ready to scale with confidence. Whether you're building an e-commerce platform, a real-time dashboard, or a multi-page SaaS product, these techniques will help you deliver the snappy, reliable user experience that today's users demand. If you want to keep your edge as a front-end developer and stay ahead of the curve with the latest React best practices, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You'll get ongoing deep dives, hands-on walkthroughs, and practical tips to help you master modern web development and ship world-class applications every time. Let's dive in and unlock the true performance potential of React 19 together. Optimizing component rendering in React 19 can be likened to a world-class orchestra where every musician is in perfect sync, playing only when their part is required. In previous versions of React, ensuring that each instrument, component, played at the right time often required manual intervention, memoization wrappers, selectors, and performance libraries. With React 19, the conductor, the React compiler, takes center stage. The compiler analyzes the music sheets, component definitions, at build time, identifying pure components that always play the same way given the same notes, props. These are automatically set to perform only when their part truly changes, eliminating unnecessary replays. This approach means developers no longer need to wrap every component in React Memo or obsess over use memo hooks for pure logic. The compiler becomes your performance manager, ensuring the woodwinds don't repeat passages unless the melody changes. For example, a product card component that displays a product's name and price is automatically memoized if it only depends on its props and contains no side effects. When the product list updates, only those cards whose props have changed will re-render. The rest simply stay silent, saving precious processing time. This orchestrated efficiency drastically reduces redundant renders, leading to smoother interfaces, especially when dealing with thousands of items, as in large catalogs or dashboards. The result? Applications scale gracefully, users enjoy seamless experiences, and developers are freed from the tedium of micro-optimizing every component. Reducing bundle size in large-scale front-end projects with React 19 is akin to packing for a journey with only what you truly need, leaving behind all unnecessary baggage. Traditionally, developers would rely on third-party tools to identify and exclude unused code, often with complicated configurations or manual tree shaking. React 19 transforms this process with its native support for server components and enhanced suspense. Imagine preparing a travel kit where any heavy objects, large libraries, or data processing are handled before you even leave, on the server, while only the essentials, minimal UI logic and interactivity, are brought along on the client. Server components allow you to import and use resource-intensive utilities solely on the server, so they're never included in the client-side bundle. For instance, if you use a date formatting library to process product launch dates, that logic can reside entirely in a server component. The client receives only the finished formatted string, never having to carry the weight of the date library. Enhanced Suspense further trims your luggage by letting you load parts of your UI only when they're needed. You can define boundaries where certain widgets or reports are fetched and hydrated only when users navigate to them, rather than loading the entire suite up front. Collectively, these strategies mean that the JavaScript delivered to the browser is lean, efficient, and purpose-built for the user's immediate needs. This not only accelerates initial load and time to interactive, but also maintains an agile code base that scales as your application grows, all without the overhead of external optimization packages. The main application entry point demonstrates React 19's optimized rendering pipeline using Suspense and server components. The app component establishes a Suspense boundary and renders the server-powered dashboard, ensuring data fetching and code splitting happen natively for performance. This server component fetches product data on the server, reducing client bundle size and offloading heavy operations. It passes the minimal required data to the product list client component, leveraging React 19's server-client boundaries for optimal data transfer and rendering. The product list client component receives a pure data prop from the server component and renders a list of product cards. By maintaining purity and statelessness, the React compiler can automatically memoize this component, preventing unnecessary re-renders and further optimizing UI performance. As an example of a pure component, product card is automatically memoized by the React 19 compiler. It displays product information and benefits from the new build time rendering optimizations, without the need for manual memoization such as react.memo. This index file initializes and mounts the React application using the modern React 19 Create Root API for concurrent rendering. It ensures the UI benefits from concurrent features and progressive hydration supported in React 19. The Analytics widget demonstrates dynamic code splitting with React 19 Suspense and Lazy. This setup ensures that rarely used widgets are only loaded when needed, minimizing the initial bundle size and improving page performance for large-scale applications. This is an example of a pure utility component performing expensive calculations with use memo. The React 19 compiler auto-memoizes the component, and useMemo is used for the computationally intensive sort, ensuring efficient rendering for large lists. A minimal jest configuration for React 19 projects, enabling JSDoom for DOM testing and supporting both JavaScript and JSX modules. This configuration supports fast, reliable unit and integration tests for all components in the project. This test file uses React Testing Library to verify the correct rendering of the product card component. The test ensures that both the product name and formatted price appear in the document, validating the output and helping detect regressions in UI rendering. The package.json file declares dependencies and scripts required for building, testing, and running a React 19 optimized project. It specifies React 19, React DOM, Babel for compilation, and Jest for testing, ensuring a modern, performant development workflow. The page loads, and after a brief moment, the main dashboard application fully appears with interactive elements ready for use. Information about React 19's optimization features is displayed, including explanations of how component rendering and bundle size improvements benefit large-scale projects. As the view scrolls down, the info section becomes highlighted, drawing attention to the core concepts and practical benefits of React 19's built-in optimizations. Continuing downward, the product catalog section comes into view, presenting a dashboard with a list of products. The interface features filtering and sorting controls above the product grid. The user interacts by sorting the products by price, updating the visible product cards so that items rearrange according to their cost, demonstrating fast UI updates with smooth transitions. Next, the user filters the list to show only products marked as on sale, instantly narrowing the products displayed and confirming the effectiveness of server-driven filtering combined with optimized rendering. A product card is brought into focus, and the user clicks the favorite icon, marking the product as a favorite. The card visually updates to reflect the new state. This process is then reversed, removing the favorite mark, and the UI responds immediately, showcasing the snappy, state-driven updates enabled by React 19's automatic memoization and fine-grained state management. Switching back to display all products, the full list is restored, and after a moment, the user changes the sort order to popular, resulting in another seamless reordering of the product cards. The application's responsiveness remains consistent, highlighting how rendering is optimized regardless of data set size. Scrolling further, an analytics widget appears. This area was not loaded with the initial bundle. Instead, it is revealed via suspense and lazy loading, with a brief loading indicator before the analytics content appears. The widget displays insights about catalog engagement and other metrics, providing a live demonstration of code splitting and progressive hydration. Attention then shifts to a tabbed interface. The user clicks on the Bundle Size Comparison tab, and a new section is revealed. Here, visual comparison bars illustrate the impact of React 19's optimizations on JavaScript bundle size, contrasting the current approach with legacy techniques and popular third-party libraries. The user scrolls through the comparison, observing clearly labeled bars and numeric values that reinforce the significant size reductions achieved. Switching back to the Dashboard Demo tab, the product catalog reappears. The user applies the on-sale filter again and sorts the results by price, prompting the catalog to update. If no matching products are available, an empty state message is shown, reflecting robust handling of edge cases and a user-friendly experience even when no results are found. To further test interactivity, the user attempts to favorite a product within this filtered view. If a product is visible, clicking the favorite button instantly updates the UI, reaffirming the consistent responsiveness across different datasets and component states. Finally, the view scrolls back to the top, revisiting the info section. The information is once again brought into focus, reinforcing the practical advantages of React 19's rendering and bundle size optimizations. The demonstration clearly illustrates how these features deliver a seamless, efficient, and scalable user experience in a real-world application context. You've now seen how React 19's native optimizations, compiler-powered memoization, server components, and enhanced suspense let you build lightning-fast, scalable apps without the overhead of third-party libraries. You're equipped to instantly slash bundle size, eliminate wasted renders, and streamline data flows, all with patterns built right into React itself. The practical tools you've learned today mean less time debugging performance bottlenecks and more time delivering features users love, whether you're launching a new product or modernizing a massive enterprise UI. To keep your momentum going with the latest React breakthroughs and hands-on real-world patterns, subscribe now. You'll get direct access to deep dives and examples that turn every lesson into productivity gains, helping you stay at the forefront and accelerate your engineering growth, project after project.